In video 3, we're going to talk about determining what the software does. We briefly talked about in video 2 what it's going to be on and how to find and create a software idea. But in this particular video, we're going to talk about more detail as far as exactly what your software is going to do. Because you need to know exactly step by step what your software is going to do before you actually create the software product in video 4. So what will the software do? In order to figure that out, you need to create a list of problems that somebody has. So as you saw, going to YouTube and going to EasyArticles and ehow.com, what we've done there is pretty much found how to do a specific thing. Now what you need to do is create a list and elaborate on that list, problems and solutions and actions. So you want a list of actions. To show you what I mean by that, what you want to do is take the list of actions. You want to create more actions or sub-actions. Then you want to take those actions and you want to organize it into some sort of timeline. What I mean by that, some actions need to be done before you do another action. For example, a user clicks on a website. That's an action. They enter a keyword into Google. That's a second action. So you can see where I'm going with this. You need actions so that when you create the software, you have all those lists of actions. So ask yourself, does an action take place before another action? To give you an example, I'll give you an example of a video redirect script. For example, you see lots of videos out there, and what you can do with the video redirect script is you take a video, you put it on a landing page, they view the video, and after a few minutes or whatever you decide, that video or landing page will redirect to another page. For example, let's say you have a video sales letter, and on that video sales letter you're promoting somebody else's product. If that's the case, then you have a video redirect script that redirects them to your affiliate link so that when they're ready to buy, they can go ahead and buy. So that's the whole concept of the video redirect script. But you have to list out all the steps. So think about it. Video redirect script. What happens? What does the user do? And what does the software do? Step 1, the user enters time at which the video should redirect. Generally that would be the end, but the video script doesn't know that. So the user needs to enter the time or how long the video is going to be. Once they enter the time, then what? Step 2, the user enters the URL in which the script will redirect to. Once they do that, once the user does something, then the script needs to do something. Step 3, the script creates code and a page. Allows the user to download the HTML page and add to their website. So in this case, the user does the specific things, specific actions, and then the script takes what the user entered and creates a video landing page that redirects to another page. So as you can see, we have steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Your step list could be up to 10, 20, whatever. Depends on how complicated your script is. But as simpler your script is, the easier it is for you to create a step-by-step list. And it is easier for the programmer to understand what exactly you want the script to do. So you got to think about the user, the person using your software, and then you got to think about the software itself. Let's say the video script was a little more complex. It was a video redirect script, and step 4 could be the user uploads the files or clicks upload. Then the script goes to their website and uploads the files. So it could be user first, script next, user second, things like that. If you still don't really get it, I'm going to give you another example. Think of it like an ordered to-do list. Let's say that you have to go pick up the kids at 3 p.m. You have a kid named Steven and a kid named Sarah. Then you have to bring Steven to soccer practice by 3:30 p.m. In order to bring Steven to soccer practice by 3:30 p.m., you've got to pick him up first, right? So that action must take place before that action. Then you have to bring Sarah to the dance class by 4 p.m. So in this case, it would make sense to bring Steven to soccer practice before bringing Sarah to dance class. Then you would go to Panera Bread and eat dinner. You would pick up Steven at 7 or 5 p.m. and then pick up Sarah at 5:30 p.m. As you can see here, you've got an order list. So it's just the same concept. You create an order list or order to-do list. You can create software specifications fairly easy. You just need to list out all the problems, list out solutions or some sort of action to that problem, list out what the software does, and then you can elaborate further down the road. But this is pretty much it. If you can do this, you can master this, then you pretty much have mastered software creation on the simplest terms. So that's what we have created. You've created the software specifications, which is basically a step-by-step logical process. And guess what? Programmers are logical. If you can talk in their logical language, that's what matters. If you can understand logic, understand some sort of step-by-step process, then you can lower your costs. If you follow the system, then you make your specifications easier to understand. If you do that, you lower your costs because the programmer, guess what, knows exactly what you're trying to convey. If they don't know what you're trying to convey, they're generally going to add on more money because they don't understand what you want. And through their mind, they understand something differently. You understand something differently. And guess what? Later down the road, when the software is produced, they create a software product that you do not want. Then you lose time, you lose money, you add more frustration, and things just don't work out. So you lower your costs, you have faster turnaround time because your specifications are easier to understand.